Question 20. Consider the following: aerosols, foam agents, fire retardants, lubricants. In the making of how many of the above are hydrofluorocarbons used? So, only one, only two, only three, all four is the options. If you so this question, if you ask me how to approach this question, hydrofluorocarbons is the key word here. So hydrofluorocarbons is a familiar term that we all learn when we discuss about ozone layer and what affects the ozone layer and what are the measures we take to address this ozone hole depletion problem. So I have listed one or two sources. I will just go through the sources and explain. Let me just show you the link. 1 second. So first link is this: UN says ozone layer slowly healing, hold to men by 2066. So there was such a news which appeared on Hindu newspaper on January 20, 2023. So our prelims preparation phase. So it says ozone hole is slowly healing, and if you see, so there's a mention of ozone depleting substance, chlorofluorocarbons, and let me see hydrofluorocarbon if there is a mention of. Okay, so it says hydrofluorocarbons do not directly deplete ozone but contribute to the climate change. So that is there is a mention like this, and so there is also a mention that Montreal Protocol that banned a class of chemicals used in refrigerants and aerosols as one of the biggest ecological victories of humanity. So chlorofluorocarbons was used in this refrigerants and aerosols, and it was banned through Montreal Protocol. So there is a mention of that, and a third generation of those chemicals called hydrofluorocarbon was banned a few years ago, not because it would eat at the ozone layer, but because it is a heat trapping greenhouse gas. The new report says the ban would avoid 0.5 to 0.9 degrees of additional warming. So there is a mention of hydrofluorocarbons also. So why is this important? So you should know the timeline. So initially chlorofluorocarbons was banned, which used to deplete ozone layer. So it was replaced by HFC, which did not affect ozone layer, but later it was found out that though HFC did not affect the ozone layer, it is a greenhouse gas and it is contributing to the climate change, and this HFC was banned few years ago. That is what this news is about. So you should be familiar with this hydrofluorocarbon and it's where they were used, and what are the alternatives for HFCs since now it is banned. What are the applications of HFC? You should be familiar with all such things. That is what I'm trying to say. Let me just show you another link. 1 second. So if you before that, let me just show you. In the static part, I have mentioned important major conventions and protocols. So in this major conventions and protocol, Montreal Protocol is one such protocol. There are some major protocols associated with this climate change and environment protection and all. You can read it from any standard static books or websites. So you should be familiar with Montreal Protocol also. So let me just, once you when you hear some things like hydrofluorocarbon, you should go and read what it is about. I will just show a standard site which, okay, I think I'll just search. I'll just, I think the link got expired or something. So this is a page from Britannica. You could take anything, any websites, but you see HFC are also being used as, oh, sorry, as refrigerants. HFCs are used in a wide variety of cooling systems, from refrigerators, freezers, automotive air conditioning units. HFCs are also used as blowing agents in the production of polymer foams, as firefighting agents, solvents in cleaning products for plastic and metals, and in plasma etching, semiconductor technology, and as a propellant in metered dose inhaler prescribed for the treatment of asthma. So it various applications are mentioned in this website. So these are some basic information about hydrofluorocarbons which you should be familiar with. So if you know that, if you see the question, in the question it says HFCs in the making of how many of the above are HFC used: aerosols, foaming agents, fire retardants, lubricants. You can see that all such things HFCs are used, it as mentioned in the website. So yeah, that is how you could answer this question if you were preparing in a correct manner. So you should be, that flow should be like, you should be familiar with Montreal protocol, you should be familiar with the banning of CFC, then replacing it with HFC, then again HFC getting banned, what are CFCs, what are HFCs, what is Montreal protocol. You should be familiar with all this stuff. So if you were, you could answer this question. That is my point. So yeah, that is question 20. We go to question 21.